maps here when they don't know what their opponents are running throughout kickoff. They've only lost on maps where they were surprised by a new composition, a new map that they hadn't seen before. And just look at the pistol stats. You can see how much difference there is in terms of available footage. But NRG have played against 100 Thieves before. They've got to be ready for this veto. I think the desk is completely correct that that's the main point of focus.
There's a real sticking point for NRG when they played against G2 on this map.
Oh, Leaf was eating them alive.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, the pace I think the G2 threw at NRG, they were hard limit testing the squad.
Well, look here. NRG have feinted over towards A, and that might have been to try to drag out some piece of big util. They got rid of the 0 point from Asuna, but this interceptor is still waiting over towards B if they go in that direction. Feels like Ethan, though, is leading his team more towards an A finish.
Yeah. A lot of poking, a lot of working on the map.
I think you have to against this comp from 100 Thieves.
But you're right about the A finish. I mean, Scuba's inserted into A main if he hears any sort of sound cues. But okay, Cryo's going to be tested nice and early here. Does come off the head of Ethan. Double dash forwards, the target priority. Cryo didn't want to turn his attention around, just trying to take it. But Kiko going walkabouts now and just letting loose into essentially almost their spawn, just into the corner area. But this is potentially a risky business here. Bang is left now into the 1v2. Thanks for the good work that Vora was putting in there. Very much overwhelmed.
Spike planted.
Plan down, though.
And Brock's going to be able to retreat. He can regroup with Scuba, and this is going to be very difficult for Bang to crack.
Yeah, you got stars.
He's been fantastic recently, Bang. But this one's a huge uphill battle.
He's got no util. Brock just got the dart online, too.
Stun, pull. Scuba with so much. Bang.
It's not tapping. He's going hunting for the kills. He knows that that's his win con, but still, the stars are laid down. Scuba playing his life. First tap is going to be pulling out one of them. Stuns comes next, and is really just a difficult scenario all around. Bang now, forced to stick it all the way through. Scuba plays it perfectly. Excellency on display from the reigning world champs.
But they needed 2 critical kills from Kiko there, through mid. The European import player really showcasing why they've added him to the roster. His aim is fantastic. I do like that from Cryo. The fact that he's just completely ignoring the Waylay.
Yeah.
Both of these teams play a ton of Waylay, and they both should be very good at identifying how to play against it as well. It's a difficult comp to work. I think NRG themselves are going to find this attack side difficult. I know that we've just seen them go 1-0 up on the pistol, but they do have to try to navigate a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
On the defense side, not just the interceptor, but the 0 point as well, could neutralize Ethan and Brock's double initiator comp. It's going to be tough.
It definitely is. 100 Thieves here, gearing up to potentially see if they can get the punish off. Mada's got that hinder though, and that's going to be cowering again the rest of the 100 Thieves pack. He does remove 2 of them, some sharp shooting with the Sheriff. Mada was allowed to play a bit more aggressive. He was only going to be handing over the pistol. The rest of his team absorbing up that space onto A.
They have to flip the map here. Ethan planting for backside because you don't control A main. Good protocol from NRG.
Drone going out.
And a very light investment, actually, in terms of the weaponry in this round. 2 players coming in with pistols, and Ethan also saving a bit of money by going for the Stinger.
Yeah.
But, of course, Brock is getting out the Odin as early as possible. Get that...
It's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that gun in his hands ASAP.
It's going to happen. Asuna will just look to, again, do a bit of damage here, but the composition that NRG are running, it's not exactly the kills that you want to hand them. You don't want to start getting them generating these ultimates early on.
They can afford to lose quite a few players here as well. So it's not even like losing Mada.
Yeah.
Was that damaging whatsoever. A clean start for NRG.
And NRG have been so good at managing their economy, honestly, the entire time in Kickoff. Don't want to nerd out about it too much, but if they notice that their opponents don't pick up the Outlaw too much, they'll buy half armor.
Oh, they buy half armor so much.
They do it a lot if they think they're not going to get punished for it.
It's something that 100 Thieves should be ready for and aware of. I'd like to see Cryo especially, maybe even Timo sometimes, picking up the Outlaw if they're reading into the economy of NRG. But this round, yeah, this round it's a real mixed buy, isn't it?
Half armor across the board for 100 Thieves as well. We were just talking about it on the other side of things. No, second guessing himself.
Drone going out.
Not for the rifle, but bonus is potent from NRG here.
Again, the interceptor tucked into this position over towards B. This is where Leaf was playing it for G2 as well, and it caused NRG so many problems. But they've had a chance to look at that VOD, and I'm sure they've got some ideas of how to mitigate it.
Ooh, it's a risky fight to be taken. Bang just wide out into the open there. Just gets the one before the trade in sight. Kiko on top of it.
Losing Mada makes it harder to hit one of the sites, but of course, if you do get the plant down, it's much easier without Bang there. Does Ethan anticipate this? It's a really, really tucked up position.
This is so unorthodox. Ethan's even just jiggling it. I mean, the hinder. Some inclination. Maybe a sound cue was given off, and Scuba's just picking off Cryo onto the other side of the map. This is going to make things incredibly simple for NRG. Slowly working the advantages.
It's a disaster of a round to lose for 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
And what a freeze. What a pause. Called in the round here for NRG just to make 100 Thieves sweat. Prowler used a stack over towards the B side because they're reading into the fact if Cryo's dead, they're probably going to hit into where the interceptor was. They've left A completely open. Ethan playing him like a fiddle right now.
Yeah, maybe if there was a player still waiting in A, this could be a dangerous scenario for NRG, but themselves, they've got an open site for the taking. 15 seconds left. This plant will go down without any pushback.
Ethan's currently playing very boldly too. He's putting his body on the line in a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
And with Mada dead, you do need someone to step up. This now looks really tough for 100.
I mean, you've got salvos, double shocks, the nano swarms piling up, the pull. I mean, it's a nightmare scenario. As soon as NRG get into any sort of post plant, good luck. Already the util's being primed. 100 Thieves trying to make a good go of this one, but honestly, this is just looking futile. The pull, the shocks, it's all laid in. Long-range artillery flying overhead, and NRG, they got the guns to back it up. Just the way that they've been managing their money this whole time. A bonus conversion. This is clinical so far.
What are these average Jonas shock darts coming in from
This is
Brock
unbelievable,
as well?
man.
You're
just not allowed to play the game.
It is brutal to watch. If you manage to get into a post plant with NRG's comp, it's diabolical. The amount of stuff that's going to be there layered onto the spike.
Yeah. Every single agent has a tool for post plant, with the exception of maybe Mada. But even then,
yeah,
it's like, okay.
Mada's going to fight them.
Yeah, he's going to fight them, right? He's going to use his guns.
Yeah.
So.
Bonkar's happy about this.
Yeah.
Everything according to game plan so far. And the veto pick has not actually bothered NRG at all yet.
No.
One of the areas that the veto's fantastic at is fighting over A main. So you do these big A main fights, and the attackers here, NRG wouldn't be able to actually commit their utility to it. But NRG have started the rounds by not going heavily into one of the areas of the map. They're poking and prodding a bit more, trying to feel out where 100 Thieves are committing to. And I would imagine that Bonkar's told them, if the early interceptor gets committed, then you wait it out and choose the timing to hit a site once it's down. Because you have that long cooldown when Cryo can't use it again.
Yeah.
And I think this is just the advantage that NRG are going to have in this match, is that they've been able to talk about all of this stuff. They're not seeing it for the first time.
I mean, they've already lost to it, essentially, been pressed by the veto.
Yeah.
Talking about how good it was when it was first showcased against NRG as a team, because they love their util. Be able to use it. Cryo. It's just the shot's just gone a little bit wide there. Couldn't quite land it onto Kiko. And again, another open side over. It is a half buy for 100 Thieves.
Ethan looking to build up his ultimate as quickly as possible.
I mean, this is worst case scenario, really. Oh, Tibertino's in, though. He's already got himself a kill. That is a filthy peek.
The head tuck.
Ethan's just playing with him, man. He did that one before.
It's nasty.
It's disgusting. Just playing in his teammates for it. Bang's now left to do it all in a 1v4, and listen, even if NRG didn't have any util available, I would say it's unlikely, but very, very difficult for him.
You're seeing the difference here in terms of the team prep, right?
Listen, I don't want to be too doomer too early on,
bro,
but
it's been 4 rounds.
Business is booming. The guns are flowing right now for NRG. They're going to be able to buy probably until the end of the half, and they have major ults online. And it's clear that they've done their homework and know how to play around the veto.
It's going to be tough.
It's the hardest possible scenario for 100 Thieves.
It is, yeah.
If they manage to pull this back, it would be a miracle.
Well, they've put themselves in a hole very early on, haven't they?
Oh, no, there's just no way.
That is disgusting.
It's filthy.
Well, the coaches are going to have to implement some kind of change up here. The classic way. And then, do you actually have the funds to be able to run your game plan again in the next?
That's a great point. It's a very good point. Because NRG, yeah, they're being methodical for now. We're going to see an early fight over towards A main, though. And
this is where the interceptor can be big.
This is where it should be used.
There it goes. 2 pieces of utility broken instantly. So 1 salvo gone, 1 shock dart gone. to be honest, in terms of util that it deleted, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Low value, right?
It's not just that. I think NRG are making adjustments. They actually had a pull in the main choke to ensure that if they did come into the fight, oh, shot going wide. Timotino, that was a chance you're probably not going to get again. Well, it's just waiting it out. I mean, even again, he's just toying with his opponents right now.
I am surprised though that they're not trying to take this timing into A. They have a timing while the interceptor is down to try to hit a site with these ultimates. And they haven't really taken it. They've tried to push the operator back on the other line, and now Cryo's going to be in a spot where he actually gets his interceptor back as NRG hit a site. Feels like they might have missed an opportunity here. Look, now Cryo's got the interceptor back. The cooldown is not that long.
36 seconds left. Plenty of ults to use. Conversion pass looks like it's being primed ready. It's going to clear to one side, outside of the site. Stuns in through the back alongside the salvos, but that interceptor does eat up a load of the util while they're at it, and 100 Thieves could potentially put on a bit of a defense, and bang, he falls. Topples already. Cryo looking to receive, but again, Mada is unstoppable. Vora in through the back. Mada! Can't be doing it to a man. Barely any breathing room given up to 100 Thieves, but this is a man that is on fire and going hunting. He wants the ace.
He's already had so many in his brief career so far in Americas, and he's hunting down Timotino with an op. Trying desperately to keep this key win condition alive for 100 Thieves. And Mada is on the prowl.
Yeah, he smells blood in the water. He's going to know the rough position. Know that that investment is there. They heard the op shots ring out, and now there's the indicator. Mada be the longest clip in history. He's really taking it out, and even just stole it. He stole it anyway.
Be right back.
What the hell,
What
man?
is that?
Should have been another stat. Tragic.
I know.
But not as tragic as it is for 100 Thieves looking at a goose egg still on the board, down 0-5. These are raw aim duels, right? Bang is just taking a raw aim duel, so is Cryo.
One enemy remaining.
And then they even double swing towards the end, and Mada still feasts on Vora and Asna. To some degree, like, your game plan worked for 100 Thieves. You managed to buy enough time that you had the interceptor back up, you know where Mada passed to, you should be able to punish the guy. That is just
about winning the fights.
Yeah, it's just about shooting him. And they failed.
Ow.
There it is, another clash to occur, but again, look at that util! It's too good. NRG are incredibly ready for it.
Hard punish there.
To pull in a salvo, yeah, so if you hard commit into the fight, you're going to get punished. And they know the rough position that Timotino's going to want to play in with the refract as well.
Well, he's the player that could have been the difference maker, but he's down. 1-6.
Oh.
There goes Cryo as well. Light armor on all three of the other players, and Kiko's got an opportunity to feast. This map is not close.
No.
There have been very few opportunities for 100 Thieves to get back into this one, and it looks like their economy is going to get broken again. The Duma narrative felt like it was too early, but man, this is tough.
Yeah, it's a tough watch. I'll say that much.
It's just...
But it's also excellency on display from the reigning world champs. So.
It really is. The adaptation to take the same composition but play it differently to completely counter what 100 Thieves are looking to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. The question is, can they keep it up?
30
And does it
seconds
follow
left.
into the next maps as well?
I'm going to give the plan to Ethan. Okay.
Spike
I'm
planted.
not going to critique him too much. But
Yeah, they could have done a
could
little more
have done a bit more
optimization.
min-maxing.
Yeah.
All good.
They are up 0-5, looking like they're going to be up 6-0.
Yes.
Right, so.
Yeah. No, I listen. I can't fault them too much. Everything is going right for them right now.
I think you've got to be chasing, right? You've got...
Yeah, you want these guns out of the hands of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, you've got retirement funds, you've been able to pay off your student
Dude,
loan.
I mean, look at this.
You've got
It's
a
unbelievable.
401k.
It's old money at this point.
Yeah.
High-low from 100 Thieves. They know how important it is to hold on to these weapons. Can't afford to be losing it. Scuba, with that one kill, backs himself out.
He also got his ult off the back of that. So did Ethan by
so
going
did
and
Ethan.
chasing. So.
Yeah, the two people that precisely wanted to go hunting for the kills.
They don't manage to take guns out of Vora and Asna's hands, so, you know, Vora will be able to drop a weapon over. Can they get together some kind of odd buy? Probably, but it's not good. Look at that.
Yeah.
The pull is a really nice addition to the way that they're playing that.
Yeah, I can't remember if they were doing it before when they were playing against the Veto, but it essentially just forces your opponents to all in the A fight if they commit.
Yeah.
Because you essentially can't cross that boundary, right, at the choke point, so.
Well, the buy is not fully committed from 100 Thieves. They're going to keep a half buy setup where Timotino's got enough money to be able to afford an op in the next. But the Interceptor's been committed very early on. And you hear the Interceptor going off over towards A. And NRG know that they can't win the A fight, so they back it up. And now they can use their util to clear out Timotino.
Timotino's going to converge a pass. That's offloaded way too early. He was hoping to do it off his team's contact, and they just dissipate. NRG absorb all the aggression, peel it back. Drone used to clear a bit of a path forwards.
And 100 Thieves need to buy another 20 seconds for the Interceptor to come back online. The smoke could well do that. NRG heading in the opposite direction. They know that 100 Thieves have stacked A. Arsenal with a 0 point could definitely buy enough time. It's all just about the weaponry though too.
Yeah.
And the ults. The ults are overwhelming here for NRG.
Big group up from NRG. Not looking to let anything slip at this point. You've already got a hell of a lead. During the sound cues, the drone gets used, and that's a 0 point to cancel that one out. But a lockdown, and it's perfect timing. Right before the suppression kicks in.
30 seconds left. You are divided.
30 seconds left. You'll see that Cosmic Divide now propped up. Asuna has the weapon, but he has to respect again. Lockdown in play. Zero detainments, but it buys that space for NRG to get that plant down. Brock trying to look towards the extremities, the gaps potentially where that lockdown was placed, but he can't actually get a kill there, so potentially a silver lining for 100 Thieves.
Maybe there's a chance.
Yeah, an ult expended.
Grenade is live.
Sun's ricocheting out. More where that came from, though, in terms of the war chest.
Go ahead.
Armageddon's going to be prepped exactly for this scenario. The players are already getting themselves into the fight, but Timotino split up from the rest of the pack. It's that rolling carpet bomb that just creates a wedge between him and the rest of his team, and they are just picking them to pieces right now. Mada feasting. The kills almost entirely going away of NRG here. Very little that Asuna can do from a spot like this.
If there's any silver lining at all, at least it cost NRG a lot of ultimates, but 100 Thieves are getting wrecked out here. Nothing's working. 7 rounds in a row that NRG have been able to steal away, and finally 100 Thieves find themselves with a rifle buy. Timotino has enough money to buy an op, and they are the ones with a bit of an ult advantage, because Cryo now has his evolution. So finally, they can fight on somewhat even footing. But man, they've already dug themselves in so much of a hole.
Yeah, I mean, even best case scenario, what, you're looking at 7-5 as the half?
But that would be an incredible recovery.
Yeah.
If they are able to get it to 7-5, that's a miracle for 100 Thieves. They'd love that.
Drone is being used from so far back here, just to play out of the range of that 0 point knife. Clears most of the way there, and Timotino with the op is just missing these chances. Potential to get that first kill on the board, and he's shaking his head. He's feeling the pressure of it, a flash and a peek, and again just goes wide. Second layer of it with the drone that Brock's going to use to again clear a path. Scuba playing off that pressure perfectly in it. The reveal up into the corner, and these players are corralled. There is nowhere to run, there is nowhere to hide, but Bang is going to look to see if he can do his best. 3 kills from him. Even it up into a 2v2. But NRG not finished yet. Damage being applied, the Odin spam into the corner, but Cryo look at the help out! And finally, there it is, 100 Thieves, they get that round that they needed.
Takes a big individual performance from Bang as well. Puts up 4 kills, snappy aim, deleting players across. Have 100 Thieves finally found a way of being able to get back into this game. Even this one was tough.
One enemy remaining.
Drop down from heaven.
That's excellent. The way Bang is just repositioning all those fights.
They've drained the ultimates out of NRG. They have weaponry to be able to go toe-to-toe, but the armor missing on Vora, Stinger for Asuna. It's still not perfect. Cryo didn't have to use the evolution in the previous round. Previous round, though, he was throwing his Interceptor on B, and he was playing A. This time he doubles it up. Interceptor already used, 0 point already used. NRG with the timing that they could try to take here.
I have the spike.
But they've been fairly slow-paced about it.
Yeah.
They've been looking to push back to the other side of the map, usually. And Bang, Asuna, they've walked down B long, very deep.
Hey, main control, entirely theirs.
Bang was the hero in the previous round. I think they're looking at Cryo with his ultimate to be the hero here.
You're going to need something else. Ethan squaring up for a fight here. He's got his team at his back.
They are almost directly on top of each other.
Yeah.
I'm worried about those kind of high lows. They can easily get sprayed down.
Question marks rattling around the heads of these 100 Thieves players, but Bora and Timotino, they come alive right when they needed it.
One enemy remaining.
It's beautiful work. They were umming and ahhing, looking the other direction. They were worried about losing control over towards lane and double doors. But all good. They shoved them back. One hinder was all it took. Spike down. Matter. Not really any time at all to play with here. He's going to look to see if he can do a lot of damage, and that's potentially important. The money,
It's not good.
it's not good for 100 Thieves still.
But I think it'll be fine. Cryo can drop a teammate. Vora's going to finally be able to get his armor up. Remember, he came into this round with no armor. He's just got 100 health
10 seconds left.
and a desire to expunge NRG players.
Let's go.
The energy's up.
It's actually going to force a tactical timeout out of NRG here.
Yeah.
To hard clear. They were just contacting into it. So Interceptor thrown for his teammates over towards B. Cryo playing with the Evolution on A.
Missile deployed.
Salvo's going to be down at the choke. A main control given up to NRG pretty easily here. 100 Thieves. Timotino, this is a brave walk forward to make you just start spotting it. Yeah, Scuba plays behind the pillar, peeks out, and the head clean off. Timotino is no more.
He's been in that spot a couple of times, but I don't think 100 Thieves at any point realized that Scuba was hiding there. They were focused more on Ethan, who's been droning from the staircase.
Yeah, looking towards the sky, not for answers, but for the 0 point. Lands between the walls, but they do timing it perfectly. Cryo stepping forwards. Just the one. The trade is there, intact by Brock.
Take flight.
Now has that drone forwards. They're looking to see if they can take this one a bit more pacey with Cryo down. Don't have to worry about the interceptor as much, but the pull stunts them for a bit. Scuba's going to be bundled up inside that smoke. An adjustment of the aim. Bang. Tries to get it under his control, but traded out. Kiko's still alive, and now that plant down. Brock is isolated here onto the site. Needs to be concerned to a degree. There's Yuto flying forwards, but he's finding the fights anyway. Ice-wing them entirely on his own. It's picture perfect once more.
And the individuals are still capable of winning rounds for NRG, even when things get scrappy. You know, they've still got such quality on this roster. We saw Mata with a 4K earlier on, taking raw fights across dugout. Here, Kiko comes in, instant on the trade, and Brock just started deleting people at the backside. But even when 100 Thieves feel like they've got themselves into a decent position, NRG have got what it takes to punch back. And we were telling you a story for 100 Thieves comeback, and now it looks really dire because, again, they didn't even use an ult in the round, but now they don't have the money to apply the same pressure with their weaponry. So
Knocked back down to reality.
yeah, I think that might have been the round that
Recall.
has sealed it up for NRG. Dominant half.
Yeah, the money's weak. NRG go over towards B. One of the first times they've been over towards this, but deep push, deep fight to be taken. And Mata's position unaccounted for. Crossed up, and it was the angle. Everybody had their aim trained on that one choke point. Could have been potential for 100 Thieves, but now just Cryo scrambling to get involved in a 1v3, but he only has that Bulldog.
Perfect timing to saturate too.
Spike planted.
Hold on. Snappy! Cryo! Pulling it back from the brink, perhaps. The 1v1, him versus Ethan. Lot to account for. Ethan has util, but an evolution potentially in play to just ignore all the util entirely. And he's gearing up, trying to take these fights. Interceptor, active, a tap, waiting for it. Ethan pokes out, trying to get the acknowledgement that this isn't happening. Cryo onto half already. It's a wink on Earn, and now he just needs the clean fight. It's Ethan jiggling, evolution's out, the salvo ignored, and Cryo! It's pure brilliance on display, and his team needed that.
That's an astonishing round from Cryo. He's got no armor and a Bulldog strapped together. The only guy with anything even resembling a rifle.
Never seen anyone do that with a Bulldog. I'm just going to say that straight up.
He's lasered them.
You fire that gun more than a few bullets, and it just starts kicking wildly.
One enemy
But he is controlled.
Yeah, it's burst firing, isn't it? It's never more than 3 bullets at a time, and they're all drilled into NRG heads.
And he knows exactly what he needs to do this now.
Yeah.
Interceptor, as soon as that fades, the evolution to ignore the salvo.
It's perfect. And just as we were talking about, NRG dominating the half. Hold on, 100 Thieves might be back.
Cryo going for another round of things here. He's hard committed. Hunter's Fury. Interceptor's not going to do much about that. But he dodges the beams for now. He's playing the side off angle. This drone is awkward, trying to play the time in. The damage, though, cancels it. And look at this. Bit of spam into the smoke, and that does the job. Ethan's going to be dropped.
That's the domination of the A-main fight that 100 Thieves have been looking for. That's part of the game plan. Mada chose not to invest his converging paths into it. Could have been an opportunity there to try to force the fight. But instead, now they have to navigate a 4v5. And 100 Thieves get to spread out the defenders again. Whiff on the saturate.
Yeah, he sends it perhaps a little bit too early. I think anticipating that pressure's coming through, but...
Hit the door frame as well, I think.
Yeah.
You should run.
Full lane control, so lockdown is going to be used here. Anything to break it? Nade seems like it missed the mark.
They're pinging out the areas that people can hide from the lockdown, but do they have anything to actually cover that area?
Matino's overstaying. He's going to get detained here. The refracts pulled back. The timing's perfect, actually. He's just dodged the timing on it. Potentially could take this. It's a window of opportunity, and he's winning his fight out as a spike drop down. Kiko trying to supplement, trying to even this one back into his favor, and his team's fight to be taken. He's just one man. What can he do? Isoing moving, juking! Kiko!
Where does that come from?
That is filthy!
Astonishing stuff from the EMEA star. Where has he pulled those kills from? Under insane pressure, pivoting around pillar.
30 seconds left.
Just as Cryo lands a sucker punch at NRG, Kiko hits the counter. Look at these. This one, he wrangles it. The next shot is insane.
Oh my God, Gio!
That's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
Slack-jawed astonishment from the IGL. A guy who's...
Right, and the most maps on top of it. It's reflected in the pistol rounds. I mean, you can see that just in this sheer sample size that 100 Thieves have played versus NRG.
13 wins, 24 losses on the pistol. It's also not a great percentage, but it does just show you how many maps they've played too.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to need one here. If there's a route back into this game, it must start with 100 Thieves winning this round, and NRG already calling in reinforcements. There's going to be 4 players defending.
It's a heavy stack. NRG, all the right pieces into place. So Matino into that back hole angle. Ethan's going to be dropped. A moment's notice here, and the rest of 100 Thieves looking to follow through onto this, but his angle unaccounted for. Mada tucked close here, tied towards it. He's already got himself 2, but a refract surely the punish. Cryo taking over, at least answering back. 2v3, NRG, health advantage. 2 of these players of 100 Thieves are low. They'll go down to potentially a single bullet. Cryo looking for the peak timing, but Scuba was anticipating it, just waiting. Primed. Broken Scuba, they know patience. Ingrained in them with the playstyle of NRG. Brock missing the jump timing. I think he was just trying to get on top of that one, but still making it awkward now. And listen, the players are just pulled wide out into the open. Difficult spot to be in if you're 100 Thieves.
It's the information that NRG have towards the end there. They're playing a 2v3, they're down a player, but they know where everybody is. Cryo was the only one that could have given them any sort of trouble in that situation. But he swings out and gets baited into an early peek. Pretty perfectly played from the NRG squad.
I saw him and freaked out, bro.
Seemed like he kept his calm well enough. It's now a 7-round lead for NRG. Timatino's pulling out the shorty to see if they can get anything done. But not even going for a force when you're down. You're down this far.
Up I go.
Going to be very difficult, any kind of run back. And this is 100 Thieves map pick, remember? This is where they were hoping that the veto would seal their success.
Updraft, light speed. Timatino was hoping to catch a player unaware.
Watcher expired.
You're right, this is their map pick, but I think it goes to show, listen, you can have an idea of how to essentially show up on a given day versus NRG, but it takes a different caliber, I think, to put that theory into practice. Not that Cryo's been playing poorly on the veto. I think it's been a nice twist, but...
Yeah, maybe they should have done the G2 and just picked brand new compositions.
Just ran at them as well, yeah.
It takes a special team to completely reinvent what you're up to, especially when 100 Thieves have just had to play yesterday against C9.
NRG happy to give them control of mid. See the player positions just absorbing a lot of it. Anchoring onto the sides, making sure that Sewers is watched for. Knife into the back alongside the C's. A lot of util, but there's going to be a shotgun waiting on the other side of it here. So you're about to be turned shredded by the pellets. 100 Thieves will aim to at least try and get themselves into here, but again, defensive positions of NRG just a little bit too good here. Anchor spot positions, not even a plant, not even that consolation prize for 100 Thieves to potentially buffer out a bit of money.
No, NRG have got tons of stuff to be able to work with here. A bonus where they can try to just affect 100 Thieves' economy and push them down onto a bad buy. And it's getting a bit desperate in these situations. I think you're going to see 100 Thieves trying to make more and more hero plays to recover an 8-round deficit. But most of those moments have come from NRG. Cryo, bang, gave us a round each. That's disgusting.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can we get a hot fix on that one?
We're about to see some wall panels put up, I think.
Oh my god.
And it's just, okay, well, Kiko does drop. That was just from some exploration out towards Art.
You didn't get rid of Brock, though. And if he can tuck himself in, look where he's pathing right now, so that he can get spam down on everybody who tries to enter the site.
Yeah.
You can play for that early peak and then drop back. So difficult to get a plant down on A when there's a guy with an Odin here who's so good. He knows everything. Feels sometimes like he's playing with the walls turned off.
Yeah. Ethan looking to re-explore, get a bit more information for where 100 Thieves could be, and a timing taken is perfect at that. Everybody's turned away from him.
Spike down.
2 kills. Quick as anything. Immediately just plays his life.
It's a huge gap that just shouldn't exist. 100 Thieves have got to be more decisive if they're trying to take the timing or have somebody watching their back. A 1v4. We saw an exceptional 1v3 from Cryo.
30 seconds left.
And there it is, that 12th round for NRG.
Brock's unstoppable.
He is.
Defense side, Odin in hand.
Match point.
He's everywhere and everything. Learn this one for your games.
Okay.
3 kills, 3 kills.
And that's just a punish on the knife lineup.
Yeah, that's disgusting, actually.
Real prep being put in.
Yeah, that's why it won't work in your rank games, actually, because
Yes.
no one's
going to be doing that.
no one's using those lineups.
Yep. He custom crafted that cringe just for Asuna.
And Asuna's having a hell of a game, man. 2 and 13, he's getting bullied out here. And it's not like it's not like he's really had an opportunity, man, either.
No.
You know, he's not tossing rounds.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
It's just, and that's even if we get there, because
yeah, Abyss is map 2. It's a
and
good
NRG
map.
look amazing on Abyss.
NRG love it.
This is looking rough. There were glimmers of hope towards the end of that first half. 100 Thieves are going to have to find that again.
Interesting defense by NRG, looking for the hard A main fight, but as soon as they realize that all the action's heading over towards B, start maneuvering the pieces once more. A lot of util to potentially delay. 0 point. Nanoswarms had to be deaded prior, so slight bit of delay here, still holding on to the back horse position. Kiko being swarmed as util everywhere, yet still manages to get one. Astounding stuff. Scuba trying to assert himself and announce onto the stage, but again, he will be traded out. And Evolution allows Cryo the ability to just shrug off the util, so the plant is down in a 3v3. Drone trying to spot out the player positions. Hunter's Fury now going to be offloaded. Brock's using this one to see if he can take that fight. What a tag! The damage done. Vora taken out, but Cryo, he does even it out once more. 2v2.
Caution here.
Cryo and Asuna looking to step up, looking to stay alive in this map. It's all for them, but Cryo is the one who's doing the heavy lifting right now. Standing strong, but it's now down to Asuna in that 1v1. Ethan on the defuse, sticking to Harvey. Here's the rumble, here's the footsteps, sticking in, he lands the shot, snapping to the dome. 13-3. What a finish for our opening map here in this elimination game.
Ethan getting out of Scuba's Viper was sublime. Their defense side, we didn't see too much of. So maybe this is an opportunity for 100 Thieves to get out on a good start.
Yeah, potentially untested NRG on this side of the map. We'll see. 100 Thieves are looking for better beginnings than that prior Pearl map.
This is a flood defense wall from Scuba, but they've only got 2 players over here early on.
100 Thieves willing to contact all the way up, so no util being used.
Yeah,
no sound cues.
This shows you that they know how NRG want to set up. Using this defensive wall to be able to get into a position where you could triple face someone and then full contacting in.
Yeah, even a rendezvous just planted down towards the back there.
I mean, look at the prep.
All this space.
The prep compared to Pearl here.
It's night and day, and already, yeah, Kiko just wading right back into 100 Thieves with their sight lines. Not anticipating that they could be so far up already. There is a flank occurring, though. Mada's going to be trying to activate off onto that one side. It is watched for by Vora. Seems to be an awareness that you know roughly how they play. And yeah, Vora, what's their placement? There in time. That's a salvo that catches Cryo. I mean, sure where that happened here. Timotino, though, will land that other shot off. Underhanded with a flash. Looking to see if they get that connection. And Brock was blind as anything, but Ethan and Brock, they're still alive. They're still kicking.
You can't lose this round.
Guns in their hands, surely not. It's a pull. It's an attempt to be blocked here. Half onto the defuse. The salvo, though, will have to be respected. The vulnerable applied. It's a potentially significant damage done. And potentially
no
there,
way.
but a shot
no
from
way.
Brock!
No way. Man, Cryo is going to be kicking himself that he just sat inside a salvo and died in the middle of that round.
What
and then NRG
there?
steal it away by body blocking the pull perfectly. That's mad. That is mad. I mean, you can't lose rounds like that. You just can't.
Benefit of doubt, was it both salvos at the back? Sorry?
I'm just looking at it, and he stood in the corner dying to a salvo.
Okay.
I think maybe he thought he was outside of the range of it or something.
That's tough.
The body block, though, is immaculate onto the pull.
Yeah.
Cost C9 in their game against 100 Thieves.
Okay.
Karma strikes back in the other direction.
Attempt of a punish. Timotino can't really exert himself enough to get in the face of Kiko, I think, with that shorty.
I feel for them, because the game plan was so nice on the pistol. They clearly had a great idea of how they wanted to abuse NRG's Viper Wall defense.
Yeah.
And when your game plan works so nicely, but then you can't stick the landing, that's a brutal feeling. And you've just come off the back of being dominated 13-3 on your map pick. Gotta hope that the mental cracks don't start to show here.
I love a defense here for NRG. They've got plenty of players in positions. The flash is nice, though. And Brock's attempt to see if he can relieve that pressure is punished almost immediately. Mada might be overextending himself. His way out to the open. He's got to try and dodge a lot of this. Yuto coming his way. That's team flash. All good. Plant still not down. The salvos have been pulled out, though. Made for it. Asuna would like to get this one, but Scuba looking from behind. That's a ricochet from the stun that apparently just brings down Cry, who was low enough for it.
30 seconds left.
He's only died so far to Tejo utility.
Yeah, he's having a tough time.
NRG committing heavy to these defense side flanks.
Nice shot by Timo.
He'd have to ace, though, and Ethan shuts him down.
Good damage. At least 100 Thieves can say that much that they managed to do and put out onto their eco.
When you look at how NRG have played this map across all of the different compositions that they've run, they love pushing on defense.
Yeah.
Mada is always going to be looking for that timing to try to push. And in this round, you see Scuba do it as well. Holding over towards the B side of the map, pushing out on defense, getting that flank around.
Last players.
I flick flank and I hurt my finger so bad.
We've got an injury on the side of 100
It's not good. Mada hiding behind the ropes here. Flash overhead. Too blind. Not sure if there's any sound cues heard. 100 Thieves are looking to really try and take this fight here, but they might be left unaware of these players' positions. Mada, yeah, he's just off onto the ropes, man. Rappelling off to the side. They don't know how to remove him still. It's Scuba. It's going to be deleted straight through the box.
Honestly, I'm not sure if they know he's here still.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they even are aware of that fact. He's dicing with death, isn't he?
It's a devious position to be holding. This is the kind of play that you want to make on a bonus round like this. But look already at how much space has been taken on the B side of the map. This is a bit like their game plan on the pistol.
Obscuring vision.
Pulling attention towards mid and being able to get Cryo into a very deep position is going to allow for the easiest plant in the world. Asuna gets that one down. And now it's about damage. How much damage can be done? Oh, no, you can't be losing that again.
Yeah, bang, just missing the mark there on the player, and Mada answers back immediately. Cryo, gotta get rid of that drone. Vora at least gets the 1 kill onto Brock, but he was the weaker player. Asuna trying to play close. His position's gonna be noted there. Mada's gotta go down, and it needs to be clean. Rattling off, and the final few bullets will do it. Asuna Able to get that done. Brings it into the 1v2 here for Ethan, and Ethan just unaware of Cryo's positioning. It's a round on the board here for 100 Thieves. Sorely needed.
The game plan is working for 100 Thieves. They're finding these openings over towards B. I'm more worried about the mechanics and the players keeping their heads in the game, to be honest with you. The stress and the pressure of the lower bracket and the fact that this is an elimination game does seem to be affecting player performances in some of these spots. Deep breaths.
Okay.
Nice. I got more kills in one round than the whole game.
It's got to feel good.
Yeah.
Mada picks up an operator. Glass cannon looking to take that down mid. 100 Thieves with plenty of tools with the double initiator comp to try to clear him out or smoke him off. But they're headed towards A instead.
It's a quick drone, convergent pass as well. That's a connection up towards Heaven. That near sight, though. Blind. Brilliant util. Yeah.
Insane peel from Kiko.
He just relieves all that pressure immediately. It's going to be going all the way there, so NRG can still sit nice and pretty towards Heaven. There's a lot of shots rained down. Kiko's doing the most right now. And he's a bit of help, though. Cryo able to trade it. Getting involved. Ethan, see if he can walk forwards. It's a very aggro fight. There's no one else linked up with him to try and take that out. Mada with the op, though, well trained, realizing that Cryo will try and go for another peek. John sees a lot here. 100 Thieves immediately retreating into the main positions. Got to be careful.
They have a pull, they have a salvo. Smoked off by the orb for now.
See it, no tap on the spike yet to pull out that util. There it is. First wave of it, gone out. Bang, bang! Crouch down, stands his ground. Pushes back the approach by NRG, and NRG realize, okay, well, Scuba gonna save the op, gonna get the hell out of there. It's not a winnable scenario, not with the amount of util they've got. So, another round on the board for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, managed to chain together their entry. Put a lot of pressure on Brock. He likes to drop into sight from Heaven off the distraction of some of his players in backside, but this time he was put under overwhelming amounts of containment. They had Waylay ult in his face. He had salvos behind it over towards Ben as well.
One enemy remaining.
And Bang soaks up all of that aggression. Oh, NBS is still stressed watching this.
Yeah, don't blame him. Elimination does that to people.
But the buy... Is this the first time we're seeing NRG on an eco?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
I think it might.
Yeah. Money's been a little bit too good all throughout that first map. This can be a weird scenario. I mean, we were kind of talking about it yesterday, but Mada, he's the one with the big win con in terms of the operator that's in his hands, but he does want to play safe and try and keep it in for the next. And the rest of his team can help him. Gets rid of the drone.
You look at the armor that everybody's got though, and Cryo, if he's given any opportunities with the Outlaw, will be one-shot body shot in everyone on NRG. It should be a clean round that 100 Thieves can mop up if they can avoid the op. The drone makes it feel like Mada might have been trying to re-push onto this angle.
Ethan is getting aggro. I mean, it's an eco round, so...
He's just looking for info as well.
Yeah.
If he jump peeks there and he sees more than just Vora, he knows that Tejo drone pressure was a little fake. But looking at the defensive setup, no one's really here to absorb this, and 100 Thieves should be able to find a pretty easy entry onto the A side.
Timotino straight in there. Util's primed. Ethan has a salvo. And denied a plan. Asuna will have to respect that, so he peels back off of it, going for round 2. Shock darts. Ricocheting, 40 HP. Snake bite where that came from. Nade as well, but a snake bite with a slight miss, so Asuna's still alive and kicking. Through the back of the side though. Cryo, he's got his eyes on it with the Outlaw. Heaven position should be locked down, and the rest of the guns should clean up relatively well towards the back of that site. Hard to step past that one choke point. Hungry for the kills, Timotino wants to go hunting for it. This is good, a lead for 100 Thieves. Much better beginnings. Significant turnaround as well from Pearl.
On Pearl though, NRG on the attack side were able to snowball a massive ultimate advantage and just keep rocking 100 Thieves back onto eco after eco. Here we've got a different situation, where 100 Thieves, the team that's in the position to potentially eco their opponents, is behind in the ult cycle. It's actually NRG been putting them into very good positions. 100 Thieves have done well in this tournament to get to the point that they're at right now, and they've got chances of being able to win here and push things to split.
You
The
want
ults,
to play? Let's play.
Could well be the big deciding factor in this round. How do you navigate them?
Tour de Force pulled out for Cryo. NRG probably not going to be giving too many easy targets here. You can already see deep positions pushed back. So drone is immediately broken, and Timatino was eager to see if he can draw a bit of blood here to salve over the top. What a punish by Scuba! Shotgun was pulled out in the hands of Timatino. He was hoping to see if he could catch a player unaware. The nades rebounding. Back, and his wall is another problem entirely to deal with. Convergent pass now, that is going to be a connection. Two players. Vora still gets the one, but again, the complete collapse. NRG having to play off the back of that ult.
Very good adjustment in this round. Not allowing 100 Thieves to walk up to that Viper wall without being under incredible pressure. Yeah. Already see that tactical adjustment.
Spike. Hard to retrieve in a spot like this. The wall up though. Going back down again. Players could be way out into the open, just a slight jiggle. No one willing to give a gap because they know Cryo's still alive, and what a timing was given to him. Ethan just missed. Potentially the Cryo was lurking up onto that one. Scuba's time to activate. Wrapping around from the back here, and he's already caught Bang. Off the back of that sound pressure, yeah, Kiko.
It's great smoke from Kiko over towards Cliff as well, so that Scuba doesn't have to worry about that at all. He can just walk forwards and grab the wraparound on sight. The way that they play around smokes is very nice at NRG. A great shot from Vora to make the round potentially winnable. But yeah, here you're seeing the big value coming out of the tactical timeout. That's the Bonkar value right there.
Nice! Good job, Scoop. Good job.
And NRG win the round that absolutely matters for them. And they didn't actually have to use too many ults either. Mada's ult was important to be able to grab the two players that were pushed up. But Brock keeps his to apply pressure to a planter.
Thieves going in a different direction. Through mid could potentially be a pretty significant weak point actually for NRG if they've just made the adjustments to stack more players over towards B.
And they did not spot Bang in that corner. I don't think Kiko's going to over-push this. But he's very confident in his aim, so I could definitely see him looking to try to take one and get out.
Hyper aggro. He's got Util into his hands, props up the smoke in a one-way, and crosshair placement wasn't there actually. Just trying to get back onto the line. Timatino, it's an early first kill for them. 100 Thieves not in the habit of rushing into things.
They know that Mada wants to push based off A pressure. Cryo is so ready for it. Mada's got a sixth sense though.
He just doesn't want to overpush that.
Yeah, this time not going for it, not
committing.
committing.
It's just from that. It was an earlier round where Vora got a kill on him, but just the one read, inclination now happening. It's an Armageddon in through main. Everybody's going to be pushed into the side here, into the open arms of NRG. Comes out to raw firepower, and it's NRG who punched back harder.
30 seconds left.
Timatino refracted straight back into the tail ult.
That's tough.
Cryo in a 1v2, we saw him win a spectacular round on Pearl, single-handedly, with weaker weaponry than this, but he has no info about where these players are. Doesn't have a clue.
No. Barely any time to work with Viper, and he is being surrounded on multiple fronts. A double dash, just a deny, that's a hinder, drop down. And Cryo sitting duck, time has been bled out of the clock. There is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. NRG take back the lead just by one for now.
You won't see rounds like that very often. The Tejo ult investment to win the 4v5 here. You can see Ethan throws it down, forces everybody in. Timatino backs off into it, and then he's running away from him.
That's brutal.
Like a deer caught in the headlights.
Good. This tail, main.
Freaky.
They're going to immediately respond with their own tag timeout here, 100 Thieves, to be able to get some level of input. It's 2 rounds on the trot that Bonkar's been able to give them based on his coaching input.
Yeah.
NBS maybe just getting some feedback from the rest of the team, maybe giving a chance for Vora, in fact, to talk about what adjustments he wants to make. But yeah, they need to change things up a little here.
Yeah, NRG are already ahead of the curve, essentially, in terms of what they've made adjustment-wise. I mean, you saw it with Mada's lurks.
Yeah.
He's stopped himself short. I think that one kill Vora got on him, he was like, well, you wouldn't be holding that unless you've seen the VODs.
Yeah. Mada's early round positioning as well as adjusted. He's been starting every round on top of this B box, which gives him an angle where he can take early information into B main, and you either force out a drone, and what you absolutely stop is people contacting up to the Viper wall.
Yeah.
Look, he's going back over here again. And he hasn't been punished for it. You know, Cryo's not been hard pre-aiming that and looking to try to take an early fight. This actually might be a push from NRG.
Yeah, looking to find this one. Gets some early control over towards B main. Now, no one is home. They're just walking up with the drones. Double drones, in fact, being expended by NRG. They're looking to put a squeeze onto any straggler.
Yeah, they're hard flanking here, aren't
Yeah.
they? Trying to set up Mada.
100 Thieves, though, they have their eyes on the prize that is the A site.
This smoke is so nasty to deal with.
Yeah. Blockading it. Cosmic Divide, though, is going to be causing a couple of problems. Let's see if they can just flash underneath it. This is Scuba towards the back of the side. He's already chopped down 2. And he's bought time for the rest of the squad to get into place, but he might not even need it. A one-man army.
It's such a sick anti-strat against the Cosmic Divide round. So many teams do that Astra ult, and they look for the bridge plant, and Scuba's just got his orb already sat in that spot.
Yeah, and a snake bite too.
So 100 Thieves have to flash through, have to make the weird play of pushing your own wall. And Banks left to pick up the pieces. It was his ult that got countered early. That is such a nice read from NRG as to how the ults are going to get played out. Could you find a better example?
I mean, it's perfect, right?
Of NRG basically being in the opponent's comms.
Yeah, doing their homework. Knowing how they want to play.
Yeah.
See the Cosmic Divider, like, okay, well, if they go for this play, we're ready for it.
30 seconds left.
The flank that they were setting up as well did get shut down. Bang's walking over the body right now. But it just didn't matter.
No.
Scuba's setup too good.
This is kind of alluding as well what we were talking about, where you do need to come into NRG with different looks, different game plans, catch them unaware, but it's tough to do that. I can't critique 100 Thieves too hard because you need really, I mean, high caliber players.
Yeah, and also you need time.
You need time to craft, you know, a completely new composition.
It took G2, what, weeks, honestly,
to find their identity?
To find their new identity.
Yeah.
They did not reinvent themselves from one day to the next. And it would be an unrealistic expectation for 100 Thieves to have come into this with brand new comps and a completely new style to throw NRG off. Yeah. Could they have tweaked some things here and there? Yeah, maybe, but they're getting read like a book, an open book right now.
Easier said than done. 2-round lead now for NRG. Still definitely possibilities for 100 Thieves if they can manage to correct that course, and not out of the fight just yet. Shock Dart's going to be flying overhead here. It's a significant fight into A main. A lot of util being used by 100 Thieves.
Mada can pop his refract and go for a jump peek for information. And if the drone doesn't see anything, Cryo's managed to dodge it, I think. Can Cryo get the punish on Mada? Stopping Mada from going for the flank in these mid-round timings is really important. It's not the be-all and end-all. We saw him get punished in the previous round. 100 Thieves still lost, but it is one component that you've got to be ready for.
Moving all the way over towards B. It's a drone that didn't clear all the way into A main, but...
See if he does pop the refract and go for the jump at some point.
NRG players are being pulled back over towards B. Testing all the way through here. Armageddon towards the back. It's a knife that's broken, though. That means that Mada can be safely tucked towards that cliff position, and there's players towards his back. He just needs to turn around, essentially, and he's going to be gifted, potentially, 2 kills, and there it is. Chopping them down, slicing through the opposition. 100 Thieves were not aware.
And it's a change-up of the Viper wall as well, isn't it? Instead of going for a bit more of a direct line across the site, it's tucked towards the corner.
I'm sorry, Josh, I can't take you seriously right now.
They're bullying him.
I mean, that's just unbelievable. That's unbelievably BM. The NRG spray in front of the downed KO while Lee knifes him. Not even quickly, too.
It's bullying.
It is. Yeah.
I said that they were bullying Asuna in the previous game, too.
What did you want to talk about with the wall?
They've changed the direction of it, so you can't look back and see Mada, is the point, right? There used to be a gap on that left-hand side because they were doing more of a horizontal wall, and now it's really difficult to clear cliff backwards. You'd have to clear it forwards. So Mada never has to worry about his back until the wall drops and he's got the timing. It's just little details all over the place that are wonderful to watch from NRG. And NBS is forced to burn his second tag timeout in as many rounds.
There are no more second chances. 100 Thieves have to prove themselves here and now. Other side of the timeout will be looking to see if they can, again, even things up. 3 more rounds left to play for in this half. Looking towards mid.
Scuba's gone back to his previous Viper wall. Mada not playing on top of B. So in theory, 100 Thieves could contact right up to this again. But I think Mada's conditioned them to be worried now.
Yeah, definitely so.
He's been aggressive so many rounds in a row.
Scuba struggling this. Drone to potentially get that information. 0 point though spells it all out. I mean, Cryo's deep into the side and Cryo just goes down. I mean, that's a follow-up damage, I think. Salvos from Ethan offloaded on top of it. The vulnerable potentially applied. 4v4 though, and Kiko's going walkabouts off onto the flank, and now this is a real problem. 100 Thieves, they can't get comfortable. All corralled up onto the site. Saturate's going to get a connection. Players are now weak in his paranoia. That is prime value right there. Plenty of players blinded up. The convergent paths offloaded. An attempt from Timotino to see if he can slow down his approach, but it's 100 Thieves that have to batter and fight their way forwards. Vora! It's the one to punch a hole through NRG and stop them in their tracks.
Insane round that he's pulled out of absolutely nowhere. Convergent paths did stop NRG dead, but you thought that that was just a momentary pause in the action, and eventually they'd still find their value. Instead, Vora turns around and whacks him, denies the trade from Matter, and punishes Kiko on the teleport.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful round.
I said they got to punch their way forwards. Vora's the one to do it.
They need more.
Yeah.
The attack side is good for NRG, and they've already got up to 6. Mada pulls out the operator, a change up, and a pit in A main. Challenges still for 100 Thieves to overcome.
Yeah. Pit's going to make it real awkward to work the map slowly. 100 Thieves don't.
Sticking to the new game plan of NBS, put more pressure in mid, make the sites weaker, go back and hit the site in the late round. Maybe even leave Cryo as an insert.
Yeah, it seems to be the play. Drone broken. It's a balancing act right now for 100 Thieves. We're going to try and break a lot of this mid-round information, the drones that might get used for NRG to find out where 100 Thieves are. Door being broken, you can see their attention's pulled to mid.
Yeah, but you know, there's multiple avenues in mid. There's 3 players right now from NRG watching mid, and it does weaken the sites a lot.
To the
They're
pit.
going through the pit.
Scuba, he's holding part of this one. Here's the drone, they're trying to walk up past it. The drone is broken, but the players are decayed.
He's 1 HP.
1 HP. Did have to vacate though. That pit's going to be dropped down. That's a Saturator, doesn't really quite connect. That's a shot through the, okay, onto the wall. That's a lot of damage done, but again, NRG, they've got bodies in position. Scuba, where's he looking for that one?
He's waiting for the flash.
Trying to play anti, that never came. Kiko though, all the way into the back of this one. Cryo, oh, he can't get it going. Ethan just runs all over him into the back of the site. This is chaos before our eyes. Vora confirming a kill there. Ricochet onto the stun, bang. Up towards heaven, but Matter was aware of this and the time has run too dry. Barely any time to work with a Saturate sidestep, but he's won the round just off the back of that.
No time for Vora to play with the hero of round 10. Oh, but he's getting messed with.
Last round before the
Getting played with. 7-4 lead.
Messy round.
It was. I mean, it was a crazy round too. Scuba getting knocked down to 1 HP inside of his pit. Yeah. Deciding to go through the pit in the first place instead of go back to B just to try to mix things up. Ethan running and gunning here too. There have occasionally been games from NRG recently where they've taken their foot off the gas a little bit and let opponents come back in. They do feel like they're in a silly mood, but it's not causing them round losses just yet.
It's just casual confidence that they emit really as a team.
And the buy's not good. Arsenal and Cryo, 2 long-standing players for 100 Thieves, with only Sheriffs and I suppose a Headhunter to work with.
Back to mid. 100 Thieves seem that they can piece something together. They do have some ults. But as you already said, the weaponry not good. Headhunter bullets is what he's relying on.
Cosmic Divide is available here for Bang, and NRG have not gone for the same defensive setup, just assuming that 100 Thieves are not going to run the same Cosmic Divide round. It worked so badly for them previously.
They are grouping up, though.
They're grouping up A. I would be surprised if they went for it again. Yeah, they're calling a different one, where they take more of the site control.
To block off heavy control.
You are divided.
There it is. Going to be slicing up the map pretty significantly. Kiko is going to be left on his own island here. Needs some help. Brock immediately dropping down to help out. Now towards the back. There needs to be that clearance. Snapping to the side. It's Timotino. He's there. Forwards again. Kiko. He's got his back against the wall. And he still removes 2. The convergent paths. Potentially enough to slow down the approach of 100 Thieves. But Matter can't get involved. Saturating the Hinder straight to the corner. But he's got to bide his time here. And the plant is down.
Asuna hasn't been able to upgrade a weapon. Can he get back and pick one up?
Found one now into main, but the fight's taken towards the back of the site. This is fast going by NRG. Ethan, he's low as anything, and the shot's just not quite connecting. Timotino couldn't find it. 2v3. The damage done here. Hopping up, Heaven is open onto the angle. Asuna turns his attention towards it. The damage there needs to be accurate, needs to be precise. And the bullets aren't finding their marks at all. Timotino now off to the side. Tanks the snake bite, brings it to a 1v1. Him versus Mada. The refractor's up, 6 bullets left. It's a tap from Mada. He's looking to pull him out into the open. And now half onto the defuse. Mada trying to earn it. The win con's there. The timing is of the essence. It's currently running away from them. This is the best opportunity in a long while. And Timotino capitalizes.
The Waylay v Waylay 1v1 and the rookie takes it over the world champ. They needed that. A 7-5 half. 100 Thieves finally pull a couple of rounds together at the very end to make it feel reasonable. But it took everything. Now NRG move on to their attack side, which has previously looked better on Abyss. Things are not going to get easier for these upstarts.
Still 7-5 is a very good half for them considering what they were coming back from on Pearl. Spirit should be high for them. South build off, but they've got to keep it going. That's the important point to make, really. Keep the momentum.
Yeah, they've played so much already in Kickoff, but you've got to find the energy to dig deep and try to win this. It's your first opportunity to deal a blow to NRG.
NRG all in here. This is 5 players over towards the A site. Utah's already going to be flying towards the back of it. Heavy test over towards Bang, but he's already going to be peeling all the way back here. Underhand with a flash. It's Utah that's going to be forced out of him. A lot of stray shots and potential damage here. Players are going low, but no kills confirmed.
The flank, the flank.
Flank, Timotino! Coming online here. Stun ricochets, but 100 Thieves are eager to play with pace and conviction. Trying to take it to them, Scuba. Isolated now, Spike dropped way out of his grasp. 100 Thieves know exactly where his position is. Patience to be played now. With the Sheriff, 50 seconds to work with.
He's got a lot of time, and this Viper wall should make Vora a little worried, because Scuba could use it to get into the site. He's made a footstep though. 40 seconds still to play with.
Potentially the wall timing up. He's got fuel to burn.
30
Position
seconds
could potentially ISO a fight here if Vora's not careful. The angle potentially unanticipated, but Vora's there. Comfortable and calm, is able to land those shots. And so the pistol round, first hurdle cleared here for 100 Thieves. They should be able to bring this level.
Vora, rookie IGL, is actually performing as one of the best players right now in terms of finding the big rounds and big moments. His aim has been crisp today, kept them alive.
All I need.
Cold.
Apparently so.
Cold. They got money in the bank now, 100 Thieves. NRG, again, full group up, all 5 players here. They are just sending it into B to see if they can get a plant down or maybe a couple of kills, but Utah is going to be following them shortly. As you can see, it's already making it a difficult task. Asuna collecting a bunch of these kills. That's going to be useful to try and build up this ultimate.
I love
to get involved.
I love the aggression on defense.
Yeah,
I love the way the 100 Thieves are playing this. Yeah.
100 Thieves taking a page out of G2's book.
And also out of NRG's book themselves. This is how NRG would play the defense on this map if you just straight up ran at them. Playing to flood, playing to fight, dropping through the heaven smokes on A, looking to try to get his bodies into the site and brawl with you.
One enemy remaining.
100 Thieves look prepped. They look like they have a nice style here. It's winnable. Bonkar with a wry smile. That eco plan not quite working, but now we're back into rifle rounds.
Yep, 7-2-7.
I say rifle rounds, there's 3 Spectres online for 100 Thieves. Yeah. They're going to want to take close range engagements.
Aggro position by Timotino. Trying to get a bit of a vantage point so we can see over this wall, because it does cause issues in terms of mid-round info. You don't know if somebody's lurking up.
It's hard to hold.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere. I mean, he's pre-aiming this angle around the other side of the pillar, but when that wall is up, they could be out in the open on any kind of direction. Could be double, triple facing you.
Timotino doesn't try to break the drone, instead squaring up for an engagement.
There.
He'll be dropped because of it.
Don't mind him being bold in this round. You're unlikely to win it anyway. You're on a bonus with lighter weaponry, but I'd expect him to take the more passive, safe option on rifle rounds generally. But 100 Thieves are getting bodies into A on the back of that. So now that they know that NRG have been putting a premium on taking A position, they stack that side of the map.
Toxins going up.
Drone used to see if he can clear up the picture here, but that's going to be broken, and a drone used on the other side of things here. Vora now all attention. There's a lot of util, and it does spell it all out. Asuna, snake line up. The Salvo pushes him back out of the way. He's forced to let loose of it early, and now through heaven, that's an important fight to be won out. Mada does go down, but NRG, they still have the better weaponry.
Plant is being denied, though. 100 Thieves are doing a good job of that.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Still holding it down with the guns! Rifle, well aimed. And Ethan's able to just dismiss the backside pressure.
Quite individual, though. He had to take a 1v2 in backside without any teammates. He needed to land some crisp kills, and he did. Both IGLs, both Tejos, top of the scoreboard.
Clear premium by 100 Thieves here, playing Plant Denial.
Yeah, they're playing Plant Denial in order to buy time, to get bodies on the site, and then flood defend. It's a really good way of being able to play a best defense. But they're at a one-round disadvantage, and now they're the team that might end up getting ecoed.
Yeah, time paused.
Hello.
See what this ends up being.
Pause a Technica.
Yeah, players out of their seats maybe. We saw a lot of that yesterday.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm scarred.
Yeah, we'll get this solved momentarily, I think.
Yeah, we'll see what the issue is. But I think already you're seeing that the game plan from 100 Thieves makes a lot more sense than what they were trying to run on Pearl. This is a winnable map for them.
Yeah.
So you've got to dig deep and utilize your opportunity when it's presented to you. Takes behind him. And that means he's got a lot on his plate to avoid dying.
Yeah. Short and sweet. Straight back into the action here. This time rifles online for both teams. Salvo in through the door. It's going to be breaking it. Makes it concerning, I think, for 100 Thieves. Normally, you'd want a player to be checking that spot.
Yeah, someone could easily be inserted into vent here. NRG had an A split that they were running against MIBR that looked beautiful with that. It was Ethan and Scooter. And there's the Timotino peak. He's got so much on his platter. He's got such an important job. If he does go down like that, it's going to be very tough for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's not a concrete game plan to deal with his Viper Wall.
No, just swinging through it is... it's a very bold way of playing.
Yeah.
It's ambitious, to say the least.
Drone is sidestep, but a player advantage now for NRG. They're umming and ahhing. They're wondering about where they should be ending. Mid-exploration, hold on. Those guns, bang. Potentially caught unaware, no, but Asuna just gets the one, gets out. And now Matt dash over towards the A site. Players, though, in position, already towards the back of the side. Asuna is making sure that he asserts himself. Double dash. Matt is trying to get involved. That's a good saturate. Will slow down. Asuna, for at least to a degree. Double flash is already going to be used.
Here comes Scuba on that backstab, that vent angle that's been open for so long.
And all this time and all this sound pressure. Listen, 100 of these might be collecting these kills, but they're not ready for that. Scuba activating. Off the back of it, Vora left to do it all in a spot like this. But Scuba, the one on top.
100 Thieves were ready for that in the early round. They were ready for it in the mid round. But as soon as NRG created that pressure through A main, they forgot about it. They had to focus their attention forwards. And with one player down, this gap was so open. Scuba wins the round with a great reposition.
I got good call.
Yeah, it sounds like Ethan might have been the one to try to tell Scuba to do that late round pathing. And it's knocked 100 Thieves' economy down. These opportunities slipping away from the Thieves.
They can need more. It's a 2-round difference for now, but now to get a little bit wider. Dash from Mada is already in, and Timotino, he's obviously playing a bit more risky. The whole team, in fact, when they're on the half by money, you need to take risks to see if you can win a round like this one, but all gone a little bit wrong there. Brock hard committing. Damage by the util.
I like that. You're getting sandwiched from both sides.
Yeah. 31 HP, still eager to take these fights. He will get dropped though. Asuna's there with the sheriffs, and now NRG start to roll back. Playing a bit more passive. Everybody from main, they have util to work with. One set of salvos. Smoke up. Salvos used early though, and a gun handed over. 2v4, time ticking though, and surely the gun should help them out here. Bit of spray into the corner to predictable angle. The smoke is doing a lot to obfuscate. Asuna, head poking up, finds the one, but eventually goes down, decapitated, and Bang can only do so much.
No time to work with towards the end there for 100 Thieves, and no weaponry either. But they're about to go into a rifle round, and this is really last chance for them. 3 rounds in a row for NRG on the attack side, but 100 Thieves have had their chances. They've just failed at some small moments. Timo walking through the Viper wall. Scuba coming around for the backstab through Vent. Otherwise, though, they've been in the game.
There's actually a new guy.
Yeah, so they're talking about those insta flanks that are going on. But they're thinking it would be Timotino. It was actually Cryo in this round. But it is something that NRG are so ready for.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Early pressure on one side of the map can certainly pull that out.
Salvo is so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, it's really tough.
It just breaks both doors, and then suddenly, I mean, they've already been punished once for it. 100 Thieves are now going to be conditioned to be, oh, we've got to keep at least one player with an eye on it.
Which just weakens the sight holds.
Yeah.
Because Timotino is now forced to just stay in Vent for a bunch of the round.
Can't get active in main. Not that it was really working for him, but...
Drone comes through as well. And they can combo together these ultimates for NRG if they can find a player that they want to put pressure on. Teo Drone is going to allow Cryo to get on a really deep angle here.
Yeah, he's passed.
So this is great info, actually, for 100 Thieves. This is a really nice adjustment.
Now they start stacking bodies over towards B. Already, Scurry and a marathon sprint over towards that B site to make sure that they can reinforce it because of all that info that Cryo's got.
And you can't really Sover-ult this because Asuna's just going to cancel it with the null command.
Yeah, he's holding it, lying in wait. He's going to use it preemptively, actually.
30 seconds.
Try and push them back, and that might be why. Yeah, the 30 seconds time pressure, trying to really apply it down. That spike has to be dropped down, but it's, again, shots into the smoke. Asuna's able to collect a kill onto Ethan. This has stunted the push from NRG. Going to be finding it difficult, but as that null command fades away, is the convergent pass going to be layered down, slowing down. He approached the defense now, is left scrambling, wondering how they can push this one back. It's bang round to the corner, but he lands it anyway. Hunter's Fury, an attempt to try and take these fights. NRG, it's an awkward scenario, and the Salvo's jumping over. Timotino collects. That is a round win. With Cryo playing his life. Expensive at the bitter end, but a round nevertheless. 100 Thieves can be happy with it.
All about the time pressure and all about the way that they got Cryo set up in front of the Viper wall over on A. You see the evolution of ideas from 100 Thieves. Timotino was trying to challenge it in a previous round. He got punished. This time they layer it with the Tejo drone, and that allows the other 4 players to get over here. And this was a mad dash to deny the plan. If the plan goes down, it's still really winnable for NRG, but they heavy invested there to make sure that the clock was NRG's worst enemy.
Uh-oh.
Big crunch.
Yeah, big crunch. Potentially waiting in the wings here. Conversion pass is there. Cryo
they're late on it.
Take a first contact with that operator. Matters already ahead of it all. It's going to be hindered. Slowed down. Like you said, they're ahead of it. Pace is the name of the game. Kiko with that TP into the back has made it mightily uncomfortable with that smoke prop down. 100 Thieves were left guessing as to where the players could be.
Just too slow. The game plan's great from 100 Thieves, but they were slow on the execution. And now they've been washed away. A 2v5. Bang and Asuna. No chance of conversion. What a pace change for NRG.
Yeah, and that's the trouble with playing against NRG. They're methodical. They plod along at a familiar course, but they will turn it up when they have the ults.
And you can see there that 100 Thieves was simply not ready for that. They were expecting the same kind of, yeah, as you say, a bit more plodding, a bit more of that attacking default play, where there's a drone pressure and Mada's not instantly in your face. But the follow-up there was rapid. And Mada locked that position down. No opportunity to follow up at all. It's a wasted waylay ult. Puts 100 Thieves in a tough spot again. They're going to be down by 3 rounds. And NRG only 2 away from eliminating them from kickoff.
Yeah, just when they thought they were making the right adjustments. Gun will not be saved into the next. Mada goes hunting.
Brutal. That is brutal. Because you've got minimum loss bonus to work with.
Yeah.
Absolute tragic scenes for the economy of 100 Thieves.
Right when we're potentially entering the tail end of this map and potentially the series if NRG keep this going.
Turning up the tempo there from NRG is a beautiful call, and Ethan's hit them with a dagger to the heart. This should be an opportunity for NRG to get up to match point.
Deep Knife Asuna already running away from it. It's a stack of bodies onto B.
A real gamble.
Yeah, it is, essentially, at this point with the half buy.
I don't think it's a bad gamble, though. NRG went heavy A in the previous round. You're expecting them to swap things up a little bit. It's either going to be a slow A round or an eventual pivot over towards B.
You're hoping that NRG will just walk into that trap, but they are cautious. Look at them, up against the half buy. No one is essentially stepping past the barriers.
They did lose one of the rounds recently to the clock. So that could be playing in the back of their mind a little.
There's a nade, double salvos. 100 Thieves have tools to deny the plant. Gets around a minute mark though, and now starting to make some moves around the map.
Rogue doesn't see anything.
Yeah.
And so starting to go in this direction. I think Scuba just heard that as well. Scuba just heard the double dash coming out through B, and so he knows that they need to accelerate now in A.
Yeah, because the information's coming from 100 Thieves. They're going to start to look to stack this one. Armageddon laid into the back, underhanded with a flash. Asuna looking to try and survive in his spot, but he's revealed on top of it. He is being squeezed and sandwiched. The pressure is all over the place here. Not able to get too much more done. Plays into the back. Cry trying to play off all of that pressure again. It's the Util to try and deny that plant. He was hoping to try and take and win a timing. But they've been swatted down. Any attempt to try to win this one, and the aim is good right now. Sharp and well honed from the NRG squad. They're not letting anything slip.
One enemy remaining.
And just sidestepping most of the Util that comes their way. That's up to 12. That is flawless for NRG now. And they are one step away from a date with destiny in that lower bracket grand final.
They've got 4 chances of being able to close out here. The defending world champions have turned up in great form. 100 Thieves, they've got good ideas, but this defense side, they've not really been able to execute on it. They are going to need to turn their fortunes around fast to drag this one to overtime.
One enemy remaining.
But with a Waylay ult and the Viper's Pit
Massive, guys, massive.
available for NRG, it should still be plain sailing. See what kind of ideas Ethan has in the bank. Oh, this looks like the A-split round that we were talking about for MIBR. They've conditioned it, and now they're going to show it.
Doors are open, smoke to obfuscate. That's 2 players being inserted, and 4 is immediately taken out. That could be it. Potentially the first nail in the coffin. Cryo immediately pushed back and away because the pressure up to Heaven is a little bit too much. The snake bite, there's no swing attempt. And now the pit, drop down. Heaven is entirely theirs. NRG are choking out 100 Thieves, ripping away the map control. And with it, their chances in a round like this to try and come back into the series. Underhanded with a flash is good. Kills seem to be better though. Asuna just with the one and up overhead. It's Brock and Matter dropping it all. Bang can only do so much, but this is NRG sent flying into that lower bracket grand finals.
The world